moment Cincinnati has waited decades for. Pete Rose, the hit king, our hometown hero, is no longer banned from baseball.
If you understand me, how I played, it takes a lot to break me down.
From the west side of Cincinnati to the top of Major League Baseball, his fall was public and painful. But now a new chapter begins. Could the door to Cooperstown finally open? And what does it mean for the city that never stopped cheering for him?
It was one thing I've always wished and hoped for him and his family.
Taking a live look right now at Pete Rose's statue outside Great American Ballpark tonight, where tonight the city's most controversial icon is suddenly back in baseball's good graces. It's a story that hits home here in Cincinnati and hits hard. Pete Rose, the all-time hit king and a legend in this city, is officially off Major League Baseball's banned list. Rose accepted that ban in 1989 after an investigation into him betting on games. 2 years later, the Hall of Fame slammed the door on his Cooperstown dream. In 2004, Rose finally admitted to betting, but said it was never against his team. Commissioner Rob Manfred denied multiple requests for Rose to be reinstated, and all of it leading to today. But what does it really mean for his legacy and for his long shot dream of finally reaching Cooperstown? We have team coverage tonight, and for the deep dive on what this means on the diamond and beyond, let's bring in our own Caleb Noe tonight. To be clear here, this does not mean he's in, of course, the Hall of Fame yet.
Yeah, Craig, yet is the key word there, especially after today's decision opened the door wide open for Pete to be considered for the Hall of Fame. Pete's going to be in the Hall of Fame. You can record me right now. Get your phone out, record me, post it on social media 5 years from now if I'm wrong, but I'm not going to be wrong. Pete Rose is going to be in the Hall of Fame. Because look, on one hand, the fact is this is one of the most polarizing debates or topics in all of sports, because on one hand, Pete Rose did break the rules and he lied about it. But on the other hand, Pete Rose was one of the best baseball players to ever strap on a pair of cleats. He was certainly one of the best to swing a bat, maybe the best to ever do that. But because he was on baseball's permanently ineligible list, Pete wasn't even able to be considered for the Hall of Fame, much less voted into it. But thanks to the new ruling today by Major League Baseball, not only Pete, but everyone on the permanently ineligible list who passes away will immediately be removed from it, because they are no longer able to physically be a part of baseball at that point anyway. So who needs the list? This is part of a press conference from 6 years ago, right after Pete Rose was again at the time denied reinstatement. I think the thoughts he shared that day are extraordinarily relevant tonight.
All I look forward to being someday is friends of baseball. I want baseball and Pete Rose to be friends. That's all I want for it. So I can say I'm not an outsider looking in. I got grandkids. They want their grandpa to be associated with baseball. That's all.
So yeah, friends of baseball. Baseball has now accepted Pete Rose back. The only real problem is Pete died 7.5 months ago. I spent some time inside the ballpark during tonight's game. I spoke to some fans in there, and a lot of them shared a very similar response to me. The first response was excitement, like, all right, man, like, awesome. This has been a long time coming, 3.5 decades, if not more, if you really think about it. But then there was almost this sudden drop, change of tone to sadness, because you have the realization that Pete doesn't get to be here to experience this. The guy that got all those hits, that made all those accomplishments in Major League Baseball, himself, he is not able to be here to experience what will likely, in all likelihood, be his induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Here live outside Great American Ballpark, next to Pete Rose's statue, Caleb Noe, WCPO 9 Sports.